Alright, so the last video we got the player moving just by pressing, or the rocket moving just by moving that way there. What we really want to do is we should actually allow, that's the game controller there. So what I think we should do is we should actually have a game controller that we do there, so we can do public void move player left, and then public void move player right, and it'll all become apparent what I'm going to do in this video, which is I'm going to abstract it so that the game controller is the one that's managing everything, and then we're going to have two player controllers that can allow us to play on mouse, keyboard, whatever we want to do. So okay, so if we're moving to the left, then we're going to do rocket column minus minus, and we're then going to do if rocket column is less than 0, rocket column equals 0. So pretty much the code that we have down here, we're going to do in here. And then the same thing for rocket column plus plus. If rocket column is greater than 4, rocket column equals 4. So that's that there. And then what are we going to do? We want to update that. So we want to clear the position at that point. So we want to say game board dot set value at, and then it's going to be rocket column comma 5 comma false. So we want to reset it at that position only when we move, okay? And the same thing for our player right. And so we're going to keep this here just now, but I'm going to get rid of game board set value at. Actually, gameboard.setValueAt is going to be done here as well, isn't it? Gameboard set value at, that's going to be true, and that's going to be true as well. So we could probably tidy this up a little bit, but it's okay just now. And now I'm going to create two other scripts. So I'm going to create add new model behavior, and this one is going to be called mouse behavior. So this is going to be mouse movement, and it is going to need a game controller. And the update for it is going to look eerily familiar, because I'm going to take all of this code. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to take this code here, and I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to get rid of the rest of the update because we don't need it anymore. And then inside the mouse movement, I'm going to paste that in there. Now this is not going to do rocket column minus minus. This is actually going to do game controller dot move player left. And similarly, this is going to do game controller dot move player right. And so we've abstracted this a little bit further. So instead of having like a huge big like complex, oh, if this is doing this and if this is doing that, then if we're using the keyboard then we want to do this, or if we're using the mouse and the keyboard we do this, we just create two different ones. So I need to call this mouse movement as well, mouse movement. And we also want to create a keyboard movement one as well. So new model behavior. So new model behavior is gonna be we're gonna call that keyboard movement, and it's gonna be the same kind of thing. So I need a public game controller, and then this is gonna be, I'm just gonna borrow from here. Actually, no, I'm not going to bother. If input.getKeyUp, and then the key up is going to be key code.a, or input.getKeyUp, key code.left arrow. Then I'm going to do game controller move player left. Else if input.getKeyUp, and then it's going to be key code.d, or input.getKeyUp, key code.right arrow. Game controller dot move player right. And so you see that we're keeping the inputs separate because we don't need to have them together. We don't need to create complex things. People are either going to be using the mouse, or they're going to be using the keyboard. So they're going to be tapping or using the mouse, tapping or using the keyboard. So I need to rename that as well. I need to call that keyboard movement. And it is a model behavior. Okay, so keyboard movement is there. So I'm going to call these two create empty, and then this is going to be keyboard movement, and then I'm going to create another one, and this is going to be called mouse movement. Okay, and I'm going to move these two just under game controller because they're kind of related to there. And then I'm going to add these components. So keyboard movement goes there, and I'm going to drag my game controller onto there. And then similarly for the mouse movement, I'm going to create, I'm going to add the script, and then I'm going to drag game controller over to there. So if I tap the screen, it still works, and if I use the keys, that works now as well. So the only problem is that we need to set that bug up that says that it's not setting the right one there. So that's inside the update for the game controller. So we do need that update. Void update. And then this is gonna be, actually we don't need that there, we just need that in the start, don't we? Start. Game board. Oh dear. Dot set value at rocket column 5 true. And this should display the rocket. There we go. So there's a rocket, and we can use the keyboard or we can click away on the mouse. And yeah, that's player movement for keyboard and mouse. Hi guys, thank you very much for watching. This is part of the Video a Day in September 2017 videos. If you liked it or you didn't like it, hit the appropriate button below. Subscribe, so if you hit the little icon over there, then you'll get notified, especially when you hit the little alarm icon. That's the really important part apparently. Then you'll get notified when a new video goes up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.